So I saw this really cool strategy when I was in this Facebook group recently, and I thought I need to do an episode on it and share with you guys what this strategy was, because I thought it was brilliant. And I was actually a little bit embarrassed. I was like, why am I not doing this? It's so simple, it's so effective, and it creates great exposure and awareness for your products or services that you're selling. And what this strategy is it's all around creating events in your Facebook group. So I want to pull back the curtains and share with you what I learned, my thoughts on this, and how I'm going to be using this in my business. So stay tuned. Welcome to episode 232. My name is Tanya Aliza, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers create success fast, while most importantly, helping you to design a lifestyle that you love. If you're new here, please make sure that you're subscribed and set the bell to notified if you're watching on my YouTube channel, because each and every week I release a new valuable piece of content with a free resource that will help you crush it in your business. You don't want to miss out. Also, make sure to check the show notes below, because I leave a bunch of additional extra resources and bonuses and things that will help you in your business that go along with the topic that we talk about. So don't forget that the show notes are there. So a few weeks ago, I was in Amy Porterfield's challenge Facebook group, and I saw this. So this gave me a really good idea on how to use Facebook events to help you get more exposure for your products or services. Now, keep in mind, these events were specifically for the members of the Facebook group, but you can also create events from your Facebook page. Now, I will say that this strategy will probably work a little bit better inside of a Facebook group than anywhere else, because inside of a Facebook group, you tend to typically have more engagement, more of a community feel, but you don't have to have a Facebook group community to take advantage of this strategy. So pay attention. If you do think that you want to run this from your Facebook group, I do have an episode that talks about Facebook group challenges and how one Facebook group challenge in 7 days helped us to acquire 42 new customers. So if you haven't seen episode 222 yet on how to set that up for you and your business as far as a group community goes, go and check out episode 222. I'll link to it below inside the show notes for you. Now, I think what would go perfect with this episode, since we're talking about using events in Facebook groups to get more exposure for your products and services, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But if you don't have a Facebook group, or maybe you've never run a Facebook challenge group before to build that community and acquire a ton of sales in a really short period of time, episode 222 will help you with that. But the freebie that I want to give you today is my 7-day Facebook group challenge guide. So it's a guide that walks you through all of the steps that you need to go through to start a challenge group, how to put it together properly, what things to post in the challenge group, and how to acquire the sales in that short period of time. And remember, 42 customers in 7 days wasn't too shabby for one small Facebook group challenge we put together. So if you want to grab that guide, I would strongly suggest that you do. And you can go pick it up at TanyaAliza.com/232. I'll leave a link for you in the resources section of where you're watching this video, and it'll take you to the blog post. On the blog post, you'll see this video, and then you'll see a big yellow button right below the video. Click it. You'll get my 7-day Facebook group challenge guide. Go through that, because using events in groups, like I'm going to teach you here, is going to be more powerful than doing it from your Facebook page or anywhere else. And I noticed this. I noticed the interaction and engagement in Amy Porterfield's group, and it was insane. So much so that we're going to start doing it, and I had to do an episode on it, and I just got really excited about it. So here's some ideas that I wanted to share with you. So if you have a Facebook group, right, and you're building this tight community, people are conversing with each other, you're being able to share value and help people and be in there and really just create this awesome community. Well, how do you use these events that Facebook allows you to create in the group to acquire customers and sales and not be like super salesy, but still deliver really, really good value? So I've got a couple of ideas and I want to share them with you. So there's a lot of people going live, like doing Facebook Lives in their groups, which is awesome. But I think that they're missing opportunities by not setting these lives up as events. And we were guilty of this as well. So we were missing opportunities where we would go live in our Facebook group, but we would just, wouldn't do a lot of promotion to the live. And therefore, I think we were missing a lot of people showing up for the live or getting really excited about even sharing it with other people that they know in the group and really bringing a lot of attendance to that live. So I would suggest, if you're going live in your group, and by the way, you should be at least once a week, do a Facebook Live in your group, giving tips or entertainment or education on something, and then have a call to action at the end for them to learn more about your products or services that you're selling. However, instead of just going live, now create it as an event. So the event stays on the side of the group so people can see it. It builds awareness that you are going to go live. And make sure to include a very juicy, benefit-driven headline for the event so people know exactly what it is that you're going to be talking about, how that live that you're going to be broadcasting is going to help them, exactly when it is so that they can mark it off on their calendar. So it's a really good promotion strategy for your lives if you're already doing lives. And if you're not already doing lives, make sure that you are and you're scheduling them as events so you can build up the most attendance on them. The second tip that I have with these events and how to use them is to do a weekly or a monthly or maybe like a bi-weekly. Set yourself a schedule that works best for you, but make sure it's a schedule, of course, so that it gets done, of doing a product or business presentation. So you obviously are selling products or services or recruiting into a business or whatever it is that you're doing. You obviously have some sort of a presentation that you can do to promote and get exposure for your benefits and of your products and services, even interview people that have had a good experience or have a good testimonial or story using your product or being in your business or whatever, and do that once every week, once every other week, or once a month, and schedule it as an event in your group that you have. The third tip is you can schedule an event that is a live Q&A for your group community. So you make yourself available, whether it's once a week, once a month, whatever your schedule is, create an event, stick to your schedule, and do a live Q&A to really dive in, dig a little deeper, build stronger relationships inside of your group, and make yourself available group time to answer people's questions on whatever your group is about. The fourth idea is you could do a hot seat, like a monthly member hot seat, where you take one of your students, one of your members, one of your product users, one of your business partners, whatever, and you do a hot seat interview, schedule it as an event, and you pick their brain on maybe some tips or strategies that they have that they can share with the community that would help the community get whatever it is that they're in there for. The fifth tip or idea is you could do a monthly or weekly check-in event where basically people check in with the results that they're getting so far being in your world. So if you have a group that's maybe helpful to helping people to lose weight or get healthier or follow a nutrition plan or a skincare plan or whatever your group is about, you can do a monthly check-in call, right? Where people come and check in and you get a progress report. You also get feedback and questions that help you to create content ideas for the future as well with these hot seats and Q&As that you're doing. Remember, they're all going to give you really good content ideas moving forward. So you can do a monthly check-in. I saw Amy Porterfield do this because she created a challenge group all around helping people to build an online business and come up with a good idea for an online business. And so she did a check-in and she said, hey, how are you guys doing? What can I help with? Where are you at? And I thought it was really helpful and brilliant for her community. Now, these are all personally ideas that we came up with that we are going to be implementing inside of our Facebook group. And I'm really excited about it. But the main thing is to schedule these as events inside of the group so that people can put it on their calendar, they can get excited about them, they can share the event with their friends and other followers inside of the group community. And then you can get, once you schedule these, you get a really cool little thing that looks like this inside of your group that people get to see. So your members see what is going on, what kind of events are going on in this group, and they're gonna see that it's active, it's helpful, and it's gonna make your group community that much more valuable and powerful, making you look that much more authoritative and credible, helping you to sell more of your products and services. See how that works? Now, one of the most important pieces of the puzzle is having a Facebook group that you can do this in, and making sure that that Facebook group is set up properly. So make sure to pick up my Facebook challenge group guide so that you can set up your group properly and follow the steps that we've been able to do to create this challenge group that works really well. It also works really well if you have like a free informational or branding Facebook group on Facebook. But if you do a challenge group, you just get massive awareness in a very short period of time that can drive a lot of sales. So go and pick up that guide, follow the steps to creating your challenge group on Facebook, and then use these strategies for events in that group. You can pick up that guide over at tanyaaliza.com/232. Okay, you guys, it is time for our champagne moment highlight of the week. This is the moment where I pick one of our community members who have left us an amazing comment on how specifically my training has been able to help them in their business, or the value that they found in my training for their business. So we pick one lucky winner each week to highlight them. We send them a cool swag bag. We also link to their social media profile in the resources section and give them massive exposure. So if you'd like to be one of our champagne moment highlights, please drop us a message anywhere that you follow me. If it's here on YouTube, drop me a comment below and let me know specifically how my training has been able to help you in your business. But this week's champagne highlight moment of the week goes to Emily Eden. So Emily shares, "Hey family, Tanya Aliza is the best kept secret in the world of network marketing and entrepreneurship development. I follow this queen, and I must say her training material is awesome and easy to implement and doesn't feel like a lot of work. I have invited some of my friends to join the B Lab, that is my Facebook group community called Build Like a Boss, by the way, because the value she provides will propel your business. If you want to boss up, please check her YouTube channel out. You will thank me later. If I have tagged you, it means I know you are a boss in your field and are open to learning more in order to boss up and earn that 7-figure residual income." Emily, thank you so much for sharing. I truly, truly appreciate you for sharing our community with your community. That must mean that we're doing something right. And I'm glad that my training has been able to help you. And I'm also excited to see all of your comments below or around in our community so that we can feature you as one of our next Champagne Moment highlight members of the week. I think I got that right. So did you get some value? I truly hope that you did. Please like or share this episode with anybody that you feel might find value in it. Make sure to drop me a comment. Let me know how it's specifically been able to help you and if you're able to implement any of these steps. I truly hope that you are. And I will see you next week on Tanya Aliza TV.